Hey, good evening, everyone. And Kapil, where are you? Oh, okay, there you are. Like, are we having peekaboo here? Okay, no worries. Okay, so good evening, good afternoon, everyone. This is Elma, the non-tech techie, and tonight I have the founder of Clodura, Kapil. And what we're going to do today is we're going to show you how you can automate your lead gen process with Clodura. Now, what's unique about Clodura is actually very, very surprising for me is that it's the only database I know where you can find out who is hiring, who is looking for specific products or services, or I believe it also has a tech stack. But the most beautiful part is you will know if you are talking to the decision maker because you have the organizational chart of each company inside the database. And this for me is amazing because when I used to do cold calls before, like 10 years ago, and we don't have all these tools, I usually had no idea who is the boss, and sometimes you get passed around. But this time, you would know who is who, and that's the beauty of using Cladura. So I hope that you find our webinar today useful, and please do subscribe. And see you again next time. And now I'm going to turn you over to Kapil. So Kapil, tell us more about Cladura, your history, your journey.
Thank you so much, Alma. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening to everyone. And thank you so much for coming on the call today. I'll just quickly tell you a bit of a background about myself. I think this will make it very clear, what we are doing and why we are doing this. I'm a sales guy, hardcore sales guy. I love doing sales. I've been doing it for over 20 years now. And in my last organization where I was heading sales for them, we were investing quarter somewhere close to about $250,000 per year in the entire sales stack. In that sales stack, we of course had a lot of Zoom Info licenses. We had a lot of Sales Navigator licenses. We had email verification engines in between. We were also using Lucia. We were also spending on email outreach engines. We were spending on about 5 to 6 different products, and we were integrating all of that together, which itself was a big mess, and it was not adding any value in terms of doing it faster. Plus, it was extremely expensive. Every year my CEO used to come and ask me, Kapil, show me at least a couple of $1 million, that you otherwise couldn't have gotten. And honestly, my answer used to be no, because if somebody's spending $250,000 or even $20,000, $25,000, you will expect a 10x return on that. And if a tool is not giving you that, then it's not worth spending it on that. So that's what basically made us think that there has to be a better way to do this thing in a more streamlined manner, where I don't have to buy 6 different products to do the same thing, and the cost doesn't have to be that high. So we wanted to build something, which will bring this $25,000 per year per user cost to $1,000, and keep it so low so that any startup, anybody can just go ahead and start using it without compromising on the lead quality, without compromising on any process, and do the whole process automation in single click. That's basically why we started Clodura. We launched it actually last year. I think we launched it in 2021 Jan, and today we are somewhere close to about 6,000 customers. We actually
Wow.
recently have also launched on AppSumo. We actually did little reverse. Typically, people launch it on
Launching
AppSumo first
Absolute
and then join
first, right?
customers. Sorry. Yeah, so we actually they typically do an AppSumo launch first and then start selling it to customers. We already had a lot of customers when we launched on AppSumo, and hence I'm hoping that we're able to serve better to our AppSumo customers as well, and you know make people aware about Clodira more. So that's
Yes,
basically what.
and they should be because savings of between from 25,000 per person down to 2,000. So that's
$1,000
28,000
per year.
per year,
Yes.
US dollars per
Yes.
person. Wow, that's massive, and that can go to it instead of plus the salespeople are happy.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Okay, I said this the savings are like 23,000 per year per user.
Correct.
You have more profit, so the boss is happy, and your sales
Absolutely.
people have more sales. They get more commissions, so everybody is happy.
Absolutely, yeah. And I don't have the pressure, right? I don't have to prove 10x returns on something that I just don't have an option to consume, So that's a big deal. And the biggest part was, in spite of having five different products, even to just run 100 people campaign, it still used to take me around 3 to 4 days. Now that 100 people campaign I can run in less than 4 minutes in Clodura. So money saving and everything else is great, but time saving is actually gold mine for any salesperson, because you're all running against the time. So you need to save time in order to meet your targets. So that's basically what
Exactly.
really adds value.
Right. So you save time, you get more clients, you close deals faster because you get the right decision makers much faster, and you're actually not guessing who is the decision maker. So that's all really good. So shall we do a use case demo? Actually, does anyone from the audience want to tell us, or maybe we just do something like, hey, from a digital marketer's perspective, say digital agencies who are looking for clients that are looking for digital marketing services. How about that?
Yeah,
Can we do that?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. So I'll just quickly, for the audience who probably don't know about Clodira, Clodira does three things. It gives you data. Data essentially will mean emails, phone numbers, company technographics, everything else related to that, and it also gives you one second. Yeah, and it also gives you sales intent. I hope you're able to see my screen now.
Okay, just one moment.
So it gives you data, which
Okay,
gives you
now
email,
you can
phone
see the
numbers,
screen.
company technographs, organizational structures, Chrome extensions, and everything else. It also gives you sales intent to identify which companies are looking for your services right now, and it also has email outreach engine embedded in the platform so that you can run your campaigns as well. So data, intent, and outreach, all of it is covered in a single platform. That's what basically what Cloudera does. Now you're able to see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah. So here, basically, this is a very simple, structure of search. I can go ahead and search based on, let's say, seniority and functions of the contacts, or I can look based on locations. I have multiple company parameters I can use to find the companies as well. I can use this type function for finding out product companies directly, or the ISVs that we call them. I can also look for technology parameters to search by what products are they using or what technologies are they using. The intent part that we discussed, is very interesting, where it tells you which companies are looking to spend on what kind of technologies right now or initiatives right now. And then this tags website is basically to find out very niche kind of companies, like a health tech or fintech or ed tech. It's very difficult to find on even Sales Navigator, or even a $25,000 Zoom Info license doesn't have these features. So all of that is basically clubbed into a single platform, and all these advanced filters will give you a lot more better results to search for. So let's take the use case and find out how we can search. So let us say I'm looking for the seniority as head, CXO, VP, and director. Maybe let's take manager also, just for the sake of it. And I'm looking for, let's say, marketing managers. uh, let's not put any location. Maybe you can put anything if you want, but that's fine. And here, I'm looking for companies right now who are actually going to look for digital agencies, or let's say they want to do SEO right now. So I'm not putting any industry here because this is industry agnostic, but you can essentially go ahead and search based on various industries as well if that fits you. You can also add size, you can also add revenue, you can also search by company headquarter locations, but I'm going to go straight to intent here. And in this intent, I have about 80-85 intents here. In this, I'm going to directly look for SEO as an intent. Okay, it's as simple as that, and search. So now when I search, I will only get companies that are right now looking to invest in SEO.
Wow.
So, digital marketing agency, I do not want to go and knock on 10,000 doors to find out, the 5% that actually open the door in any given month of time. So I can directly find out those 5% using the intent filter, reducing all of my efforts to reach out to them one by one and figuring out which ones actually have a requirement. Once you have this, all I have to do is select these contacts, unlock them. Now here also we've done something phenomenal. Nobody in the world has this right now. We are actually verifying this in the last moment. Okay.
Oh,
What does this mean is, the email actually gets pinged. Of course, it has to be a not catch all email. So for a not catch all email, it actually goes and pings it right before it is unlocking it here. And once it is actually verified by the server that okay, this is now working, only then the email is shown here. So, for example, this Tom Peters person, let's say he left the company 10 minutes before our webinar just started today. Even and his email stopped working. Even then, his email will not get through here. It will get validated and say that okay, this email is not working, so don't use it right now. So
wow.
to that level, the validation can happen in the system. Now, a lot of times, another use case is a lot of times people do not update, the profiles very fast after they change the job. So let's say Tom Peters changed the job and forgot to update his website or his LinkedIn profile or social media profiles, or hasn't yet updated it. He's not comfortable updating it right now. But even then, this will catch it, and it will say that the email is not working, so don't use it. The profile may be still showing the same thing because he hasn't updated it, but the email will tell you that okay, it's not good to send him an email. To avoid a bounce, don't use this email.
That's
So,
really cool.
and this actually reduces your entire requirement for doing a manual validation of every single email after the email is unlocked. So there is no need for you to buy any zero bounce, never bounce, email verification subscriptions. You can absolutely just get it done here because we are already tied with them. We have 6,000 servers in the backend who are validating these email IDs in real time, and that is all included in your package.
Wow. Okay, that's really, really cool. Actually, from the audience, is there anyone who wants us to do a search for them so that we can really
Uh,
demonstrate
yeah, just one
what
more
we are
thing here.
doing?
You also get direct dials here, by the way. So these are all the direct dials of these contacts that I've just unlocked.
Okay. When you say direct dials, these are the office phone numbers, right?
Mobile phone numbers. Direct dials actually
Oh,
are mobile
mobile.
numbers.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I have it here, all I have to do is select these contacts and add them into a cadence that I've already created, and I'm done. Let's say I want to pitch them, it's a mobile applications. So I just select them, add them into cadence, and I'm done. This is my
So you mean
entire process.
cadence is like a cold email outreach, is that right?
Absolutely. So I'm going to show you now basically how to run that cold email outreach as well, so that
Nice.
our audience can also learn this. Should I go to the cadence part quickly?
Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm excited.
So this is basically where you can actually design a cadence. It is extremely simple to create a cadence. I'm not going to get into a whole demo of the whole cadence, but I'll just quickly show you how it looks like. So this is basically where I can create email phase one, phase two, phase three. I can keep on adding phases here. The button is at the bottom, so I can keep on adding phases here. When you add a phase, you have basically a subject line and a body that you can attach. Okay, I can even design an email here. I can do an HTML design with all images and graphs and whatever whatnot you want. So you can add all of that here, and you can create emails, templates, everything. And once you save this is only one time effort, right? So once you save this, you can schedule them based on however you want. So first email has to go in 10 minutes after I add a contact. Next email to the same contact will go in 3 days. Next email will be 3 days after my second email. So like this, you can keep on adding your cadences, and the contacts will actually keep on flowing through the same journey. So if you look at this is my cadence right now, and I only have, let's say, 3 contacts in my cadence. As soon as I add a contact into this cadence, in next 10 minutes he will get my first email, because this says first email in 10 minutes. So whenever I add a contact into a cadence, within 10 minutes, he will start getting an email. And every contact after that, 3 days later, he'll get the second email. Tomorrow, I add more contacts. First email will be sent in 10 days. second email will be sent 3 days after tomorrow. So every contact will have his own journey, but these rules will be followed for every single contact individually. I hope I'm making sense. Please tell me
Yes,
if
you're
there are.
making sense.
Right. So for example, here, if I now go here and select these contacts, click on add to, and I actually add them to this cadence now. So it will go and add these into the cadence. Once they are added into the cadence, I can go and check it here. This is my cadence. I can open the contact page directly from here. Now you can see I have 28 contacts. I had 3 contacts earlier, right? And my emails, if I click on this, I will now see that they are all scheduled for 10 minutes from now. Got it? Now here, you also have to switch on these paused campaigns, because unless and until they are unpaused, the emails will not go. So you have the ability to actually pause a single phase as well as the entire campaign in one go. So you can do it both ways. So searching contacts and adding them into a cadence is literally less than 5 minutes job now. No matter how many contacts you want, you can search them and add them into a cadence, and you're done with that, because your search, your validation, and your email campaigns will be all done automatically. So please tell me if there are any questions that I can take.
Okay. I'm busy listening to you. I wasn't even looking at the chat boxes. Okay, so wait a moment. All
uh,
right. So they said the organizational chart for understanding who is the decision maker is actually very interesting, but we haven't been to that part. So no questions so far on what we talked about.
sure. So this is the org chart part here. If I can open this, this actually shows you sort of a schematic of of every single company. It also shows you BUs that you can look at. It also shows you, like, for example, I want to find out who are the right people in finance here. So I got 2 CFOs that are there in this, and I can now expand this to see, okay, who's running payroll here, or who's running AP here, or who's running accounts here. Now, this is incredibly powerful to understand how the organization structure works uh, without knowing the organization. I've done sales for a long time. I can vouch for this, that we've spent
Yes.
months and months mapping large accounts, and it still does not get done because it's a dynamic entity. The moment you think you're done, somebody changes the job and you have to redo it again. So
And you need
it's a
another
tremendous.
6 months again. Yes,
Yeah,
I know
absolutely.
that.
And when somebody doesn't respond to you, you don't want to be wondering, okay, who should I get to now? So if somebody is not responding to me in this organization at some level, let's say I sent out to him. If he's not responding, I know there are 4 other people I can reach out to the same level who can still do the job for me. So that itself is an incredibly powerful thing. So whatever contact I have here, I can open this, I can get the emails validated for sure, and then after that I can just click on this quick mail button here, and I can even send them a personalized one-on-one email, right? So I can do that very well from here, or I can just select these contacts from here and add them into a cadence, whichever cadence I want. So it's extremely easy to do this from here, and it gives you a lot of power to actually be able to understand the org structure and then reach out to them, instead of bombarding emails on your recipients. Another very important thing here is the LinkedIn part of it. I'm not sure how many people have used LinkedIn Chrome extensions, but this is again an extremely powerful thing. So if you are, I'm assuming that people don't have. So let's do it both ways. So if you actually open anybody's LinkedIn profile, let's say I open this guy's profile. Okay, now if you see, he has basically should have mentioned which company he's working for. That's it. And then we have this extension here, which actually gives you the whole information about him and the company directly. So I have complete understanding of the company, what technologies, what languages they are using, what revenue do they have right now, what products are they using, what intents do they currently have. Everything is basically given right here, and I can just go ahead and unlock his email and phone number right from here, and start reaching out to him directly from the same place. I don't need any sales navigator license. I don't need any LinkedIn paid versions. This is all free and absolutely integrated in the platform itself. So you can directly start using Chrome extension as well to start mining it from LinkedIn directly. You can even get data on websites. So if I just, let's say I just go to the company page here instead of the company instead of the contact page, I can also start getting the data directly here. I can just click on this contacts tab at the bottom, and I have all the contacts coming in from here directly here. So you can find out these contacts, you can unlock their email IDs, you can unlock their phone numbers, everything you can do directly here without even having a single license of Sales Navigator.
Wow. Okay, and I just signed up for SalesNav like last week, but it's okay.
See,
We right.
I'll tell you what my problem is with Sales Navigator. Okay, I'll show you this
Okay,
here.
tell me.
Now, and again, please feel free to disagree because I'm sure everybody has their own opinion. But if you look at this, okay, this is where now tell me what do you search for? I'll search with those parameters. What do you typically search for on Sales Navigator?
Okay, typically I search for. Okay, my last search was people in hospitality industry located in Hong Kong, with the title Director of Rooms.
Okay, good. So let's take geography as Hong Kong. I think you want to take no. Okay,
It's
this Hong
two
Kong.
words. It's two words. This why.
Okay, okay, this is correct, right? SAR.
That's correct. Yes.
Then you are
But there
taking
are
in.
also, when I check this one, the geography also has like Kowloon, Hong Kong, New Territories, Hong Kong, Hong Kong, Hong Kong. So I usually have four in that field,
Which
right?
one
The
here?
second one, yes. And then another Kowloon, yes. And the other one, the New Territories.
Which one?
Higher. Okay, there's another one. So there's five actually. Hong Kong, New Territories.
Got it.
That
Okay.
one, yes.
Now here I'm searching for hospitality industries whose title is what you said.
Director of Rooms,
Okay, so seniority is director of
right? Director of Rooms, ROOMS.
rooms. Okay, so I think
Yes.
that for that you'll have to put a title keyword.
Yes, because this is a very specific
Correct,
job,
correct.
and they are
So
the right decision maker.
past job title, no. I will search with current job title. Current job title, and I'm put here rooms or room, something like that. Okay, now you got, after all this, I've got 46 results. Okay,
Okay.
now we've paid $80 for Sales Navigator, and this is the extent of Sales Navigator. Beyond this, there's nothing I can do with it. The only thing I can do with it is send out 25 emails in a month.
Hmm.
Right now,
Well, thanks for pointing that out. I didn't even know because I just signed in for Sales Nav like last week.
yeah, and look at this now. Since this is 46, you will take 2 months
Mm-hmm.
to reach out to these guys in one time with a with a in mail,
Right.
because I can send you
Yes, because
25
it's
in a
25 emails per month or per week.
month per month,
Wow.
right? Imagine
Right.
you don't have this and you have 2,000 contacts to reach out to. You'll take 2 years to do this, right? Now, what is the
Right.
point? It doesn't give you emails, it doesn't give you phone numbers, you can't send out any outside campaigns. There is no way to reach out to these guys. What we've done is we've given you an extension here also. So if you have Clodura and if you have Sales Navigator, I can just select these guys and add them into a cadence in one single shot. In next 10 minutes, all 2,000 people will start getting emails from you.
Hmm. Cool. Actually, I
This is
didn't
the
even know that you have a Chrome. This is a Chrome extension, right? Let me just write it
yes,
down.
yes.
I didn't know that. I was testing it like 2 weeks ago, but DP did not tell me about the Chrome extension. So okay, glad that I talked to you because now I see this. It's really good.
Yeah. So this is the power that a sales guy should have, because without this
Right.
you're just wasting time on them opening your email and reading out. And honestly, I'm not even sure how many people actually respond to emails, because I get probably 30 emails in a day, and the moment I see email there, I know it's a sales pitch, and I'm never going to open it, because it says there when
Okay.
somebody receives the email, it actually shows that at the first line it shows this is an email. So if I'm seeing it as an email, I know it's a sales pitch. Nobody's going to send me a personalized message on email. I have far better chance of looking at my messages on LinkedIn and responding, if I get a chance to do that, but I have very very little chance of responding on an email. But again, people have different experiences, so I leave it at that. But emailing will typically makes far more sense than doing emails, because uh, you just do not have that leeway at all with you. So if you look at it, the whole sales funnel is designed in a very logical way. Okay, you have emails which you can send to 2000 people, of course. You After the emails are sent, you can actually shortlist the ones which are actually interested. So here we actually give you that ready made. So when you see Clodura's dashboard here, you also see a list of soft leads. So these soft leads are people who have opened your email multiple times. Now this guy actually forwarded my email to somebody, so it's showing 24 times open. So
It also
you can,
shows that.
yes, yes. So
Wow.
it tracks opens, it tracks reads, clicks, and it also tracks forwards. So if, let's say, I send an email to Elma, but Elma did not like, maybe she's not a right person or she didn't want to take a call, but you sent it to your team internally and said, hey, does this Clodura make sense? And then your team is discussing internally over my email. Every single time your my email is opened in your organization, your read count goes up. So imagine this, that I sent an email to you yesterday. I just added you to my Clodura cadence yesterday, and today it is showing me 24 opens. And today, if I give you a call to say, hey, Ilma, do you have any questions on the email that I sent yesterday? How high are your chances of saying yes for a call?
Not
This is
high.
the value out of a platform. This is what Sales Navigator does not do. This is what Zoom Info does not do. This is what nobody does. And hence the funnel that I was talking about is so critical. Send an email to 2000, work on the soft leads, get the phone numbers of soft leads. Whether you do it in Clodira using free trials credits, or you buy the credits and they get it. But if somebody is opening my email 24 times, I don't mind even buying a credit and doing it, right? Because it's worth it. Buy a credit, get the email, get the phone number, call them up, and if they don't respond on a call after calling them maybe 5, 6, 7 times, then drop in LinkedIn email message, because you only have 25 shots at email. You cannot use it anytime before this. You have to use it extremely wisely on people who are actually going to respond with a requirement. So emails, then calling, and then LinkedIn is the right way to go, which gives you maximum buck for your ROI, maximum ROI for your bucks.
Okay, so emails, calling, and then LinkedIn in mail is the
Correct.
way. Okay, so let's go back. There are some questions on. Okay. Okay, so this one, JDip is asking, can we scrape the location-based data?
Location based data, yes, absolutely. Are you able to see my screen again, or?
Yes, we can still see your screen.
Yeah. Yes, yes. So yeah, location is of course there. So we just put Hong Kong right here. So sorry, we
Right.
didn't put Hong Kong. So here, yeah, of course you can go ahead and put whatever country
But
you want.
maybe
All the countries
to
there.
ask JDeep is that, hey, JDeep, are you talking about local business? For example, you are looking for a plumber or you are looking for a hair salon. I'm not sure if it's in here
No,
and if that is what you are talking about. Because this is more like high, how do you call that? High ticket prospecting that we are talking about here with Kudura.
correct. So this is a B2B database. You will not have local plumbers or electricians in the database here.
Right.
This is strictly B2B, where you are looking for a company and people under it who have some sort of social profiles created.
Right. And
So that is,
there are a couple of. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Please go ahead. I thought you're done.
no, no, I was done. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so is cold email sending an add-on or is it part of the plan?
It's part of the plan. Everybody has access to cold emails. We didn't want to build
Okay.
something where you have to buy something extra. The only thing which you can buy extra is the phone credits if we don't have a phone for it. So now here, I don't need to buy a phone credit because I got the numbers here. So I really don't need to buy a credit. But if like I showed, I let's say I send an email to you, and unfortunately your number is missing in the platform, which is going to happen. We don't have everybody's phone numbers. In that case, we have tied up with multiple partners whose credits you can buy and unlock the numbers. But for that, you have to be on a monthly or an annual plan. On an LTD plan, you can't do that because
Oh, sorry. What is it that we cannot do on an LTD plan?
you can't buy a phone credit, extra phone credit on an LTD plan because AppSumo doesn't allow us to do an in-app purchase in the platform. So in
Oh,
order to,
okay.
if you think that your numbers are not enough for you and you need to buy more, then you will have to shift to a monthly or an annual plan to get higher numbers.
Okay, and then so cold email is part of it. And when you're sending email, is it using your own email server?
Yes, yes. So yeah, here actually you can go ahead and set up your own email server. So I can set up my own email account and start sending the emails. You can set up whatever daily limit that you want. We don't have any limits. Whatever your server allows, you can send. But please remember that this is not a mass cold email engine. Okay, this is not designed from that perspective. This is designed for very very specialized focused outreach. Anything 200, 300, 400, 500 in a day is absolutely fine. But if you go beyond that, then your email server provider will have an issue. Typically we will not have any issues. We have no limits. It's forwarding to your email server, but your email servers can have issues with that. So keep that in mind when you're scheduling the emails.
Okay, cool. Then let's see. Okay, maybe this is an interesting question, and we actually did not discuss this. I think this is from a recruiter's perspective. Can I search job seeker at LinkedIn and send message? Yes, you
Yeah.
can, but can you use Clodura for it?
Can you repeat that? What is the last question?
Okay, I think this is a recruiter who is searching for job seeker at LinkedIn and send message. So I think the
Yeah,
answer there is yes. You can have the how do you call it, the extension, and you can export from SalesNav to or whatever it is to Clodura. Then you can start your cadence. Now, another thing that I can see here for that recruiters can use is that there is something called hiring intent in Clodura's database. And hiring intent means, okay, which companies are hiring, and as a recruiter you might want to offer your services to shortlist candidates that fit the the requirements. So it's something that you can do as well with Clodura.
correct. So
Am I
here,
right? I'm
it's
just
actually
like all the possibilities. Like wow.
absolutely. So here, actually, you can actually search for companies who are looking to hire large teams. So we don't typically look at single person hirings. We look at somebody who's looking to build a large team right now. So a company who's looking to build, let's say, a 10 people team in a pyramid structure. You know what is a pyramid structure, right? Like an architect to QA, everybody's getting hired. So one architect, two senior managers, 20 developers, all of that. So that essentially becomes a pyramid, and I want to hire a full pyramid. So that's what really gets hired here. Or somebody who's looking to hire like a flat 20 people team, 10 people team. So depending on the size of the company, we calculate that, and we only look at mass hirings. We don't look at single hirings. So somebody who's I'm looking to backfill a person who left, that gets cut down automatically. It only looks at companies who are looking to hire in bulk.
Oh, okay. So as an HR professional, as recruitment agencies, a headhunting agency, then this is also very useful for you. Okay,
Absolutely.
we have actually recruiters here on our live stream. Now, there's a question. Okay, a follow up question from JD regarding local businesses because there are no plants. There are currently no local business like hair salons, plumbers, electricians. So, do you have any plans for local data or GMB profiles data in the future?
No, not really. Because see, I'll tell you, we are extremely focused on organized B2B area. This kind of data typically you can find on local listings very easily, yellow pages and all of that. We don't really work with that data at all. We are more focused on the organized side of things. Sorry about that.
Okay, so the use case for Clodura is really on high ticket prospecting, high ticket B2B prospecting. That's the main
Yes.
focus. So if you are into that, it doesn't matter which business, but as long as you are into high ticket B2B prospecting, Clodura is the right one for you because not only that it shows the intent, what is the tech stack, who are the decision makers, but the organizational chart that really takes, I wouldn't say months, it would take years to collect this information. And I've been running a company already for the past 12 years. And I tell you that getting the right person, the decision maker, is the toughest of all because there are so many gatekeepers along the way. I was like,
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's hard work, right? We don't want to make it any harder.
mhm.
After as a sales guy, I can tell you, if my team is spending 8 hours in a day only looking to get data, then when are they actually doing sales? My job is to be on phone. My job is to convince the gatekeeper to give me a meeting with the person who actually has a requirement. That's where my sales skills will come in. But if I'm spending all my energy into just finding the data itself, then where is the time and the energy left to do the actual sales job? So what we're trying to do here is club your entire lead gen process into 15 minutes in a day, and remaining 7.5 hours you have free to think about innovative emails, targeted emails writing a better cold calling pitch, practicing that, giving it out. So all of that, the real sales stuff, which gives you fun.
If you ask me, Kapil, I don't want to see my salespeople in the office. They should be out meeting clients.
Exactly, exactly. But your salespeople will only meet your clients when they are booked already. See, there are
Exactly,
two parts
exactly.
in sales, right? One is getting a person on the table, getting the right person consistently on the table, and second is to close the guy. If you ask me, I've been closing deals for last 10 years now. Before that, I was in lead gen, but even today, I make at least 50 cold calls in a day. Without that, I cannot sleep because I love doing that. That is the hardest part of sales. Getting people on the table is the hardest part. I can tell you that, and I can vouch for it. Closing a deal is always easier. Once you have a person with a requirement, you will close him, you'll give discount, you'll do whatever it takes to close the deal. But more often than not, you will not let him walk away with an open requirement. But getting constantly good customers on table is the hardest part of the sales, and that is exactly what we are focused on.
Good. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, okay, so you talk about getting the right decision makers. Now, my question is, do you also have information about government about government? So, for example, I have a contract with our government here in Hong Kong to provide some products on a specific department. Okay, so do you have an org chart for that?
Not really. So I'll show you that what we have. See, in your use case, there are two problems actually. One is we are
Mm-hmm.
actually more focused on English speaking countries, where the data that we are mining is in English language. We actually are not supporting the other languages so much right now. Of course, the dual language countries work even better. But here, basically, you can actually of course go and search with government agencies, but I'm not very sure how the org structure will come out to be like. So let's say I say United States Department of the Army. I'm not sure if this will be very very accurate in that regard. So okay, it is recognizing. That is actually pretty cool. I had never seen this before myself. Oh wow, it is
Oh,
working.
see, like, hey, I have something to sell to
It
them.
is. Thanks,
I'm
Elmo.
not
I,
kidding.
I,
The
I didn't know
Department of
this use
Army.
case myself, honestly. I never tried this on government agencies before. But yeah, I mean, see, this is again, this entire structure is machine generated. We've spent 2 years building this logic to find out the street structure. We've basically gone through thousands and thousands of companies studying their structures and everything else. We never did it on governments, but it looks like it is doing a fine job in creating BUs and everything else. So I think, yeah, it's working fine.
Wow. Yeah, because I did not check on this one. I was just like talking to you. Then, hey, do you have government organizations here? So this
Yeah,
is very useful. Where were you 12 years ago? I needed this.
I was suffering, and that is why we have this. I was suffering badly.
Oh my God. Well, thank you. We don't have to suffer anymore. And yeah,
Hope
this
so.
is really, really, really useful. Now, shall we discuss the deal terms on AppSumo? And then actually, you are going, because you said that the numbers are limited and there are no in-apps purchases. They might need to subscribe if they need the phone numbers. So can we discuss the deal terms?
Yeah, so on an AppSumo, basically we have a very simple deal. We have a $49
Okay.
code plan on which you can unlock 1,000 contacts every month. A lot of people actually complained in the beginning that why is it so less? Why is there's a user Artemis who's giving more, and there is Lead Rocks who's giving 7,000, 8,000 contacts, and this is ridiculously low. The only thing is the difference between us and them is we are not mining data from LinkedIn, so you don't get Gmail and Yahoo IDs and all of that. We are This is a very, very thoughtful platform where we're only giving you official email IDs which are confirmed. So, and I'm not saying you will not get bounced after that, you will get, but very less, very, very less. So for a 1.2 million emails we sent last month, our bounce rate was about 4.7%. So which is far, in a decent space than what we used to get on Zoom Info also. Zoom Info, it never came under 10% also. So so we are not giving any Gmail email IDs. We are extremely focused on giving good quality data, and we are spending on validation, which is an expensive affair. If you just even check zero
Yeah.
bounce, never bounce plans, they're actually pretty expensive. So we are covering all of that, and hence the number is little on the lower side, but because we believe in quality and not on the quantity that people are really throwing off. So and plus you have a lot of other features also, like emails and numbers and everything else included in the platform. Now in 1,000 emails you can unlock, you can run a campaign on those 1,000 emails, or you can download them and do what you want to do with it as well. While downloading,
Okay, I'll just show my screen with the AppSumo
yeah.
deal. Okay. So in the AppSumo deal, we have a tier one, we have 1,000 contacts per month
Are you sharing
for
your
your
screen?
sales sequence. Yes, I'm sharing my screen now
No,
with
I have to.
the.
Hold on.
It's okay. All
Yeah.
right. So now on the screen, you can see plan one has, okay, all the features above. Let's go to the above lifetime access to Clodura AI. And all the future plan updates. And later on, I also want to discuss the roadmap. Okay, roadmap before I
Yes.
forget.
Most popular
Okay,
question
so
we are getting on Aximo.
it's always a roadmap. Okay, so here on plan one, we have 1,000 contacts per month. When you say 1,000 contacts per month, these are emails only, right?
Emails and phone numbers both. You can even get 1,000 phone numbers. So when
Oh,
you're
okay. But
unlocking the
how come
contacts,
you
if
mentioned earlier that we need more credits for phone numbers?
no, so we have two phone numbers. Okay, one is
Okay.
which is included inside the platform, which is 12 million. So if you see on the top left corner of your subscription, you will see direct dial as a filter there. You can search based on that, or even if you unlock it, you will directly see the numbers coming in the direct dial column itself. Those you can directly download. That there is no problem with that. On the if you don't have a number that you want to cover that scenario as well, instead of going to Lucia and purchasing other subscription, we basically tied up with 6 7 different partners across the globe. So through us you can buy their credit as well. Typically Lucia's one credit is 80 cents. Through us, for 50 cents you can buy all of their credits together. In 150 cents it searches all 6 databases. So that
Wow.
partner credit is available on monthly plans, monthly or annual plans only, that we cannot give it in the LTD plan.
Okay, so on the LTD plan, so you have up to maximum 5 codes, and with 5 codes, you get 5,000. So basically, each code is 1,000 contacts, and the rest are the same,
Correct,
right?
correct. Yeah, you can,
Okay,
if
now
you
let's
want to
go
buy
to.
more, if you want to buy
Mhm.
more codes, you can just reach out to support or us, and we can send you a separate invoice for that. People have been buying 50 and
All right,
75 codes also from us, so we can send you a separate invoice for that.
right. And okay, so now I want to see your subscription pricing. Like, say, if I want to have an add-on, so this is what you are talking about, right? Wait,
Yes.
it's
So our
loading.
subscription is very, very simple. It's $49 and $99.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them have unlimited unlocks. With Clodira, you
Okay.
don't need to download data. That's the beauty of the platform, right? Because you have email engine embedded. So you don't really need to download data to do anything on the email. With Zoom Info, with User Artemis, you have to download the data. Otherwise, you can't do anything with it. So that's a difference here. That's why we've not given a lot of downloads in this, because people really don't need to do that. You just unlock it and run the campaign. You can do unlimited every single month. There is no limit on it.
Right. And actually, I like the idea of not needing to download the emails because I believe that, um, for example, okay, you did your search, and then 2 days later, one of the persons resigned. So that person will be automatically removed to the list, right? In your
Yes.
cadence. Okay, so that is
Yes.
something also that is very important because if you download the data, that data actually never gets updated. But the data inside Clodura, that's always up to date.
Absolutely. And believe it or not, but it's absolutely crucial to know what are you using to send your emails. This you'll have to probably do a whole another webinar on that, honestly. But what tool are you using? How is your domain setup? Have you done correct demarc settings? Everything matters. And when you're running it from Cloudera, we handle that in our system. When we download the data and run a campaign, we are not wired to think on all of these things. We think that if the email is bounced, that means the email ID is wrong. That is not the case. There are 200 different, literally 200 reasons why emails bounce, and email ID being wrong is just one of them. So there are so many reasons why emails don't go through, and we don't pay attention to them. If you actually want to see this, you can actually go and check the NDRs, which you call it, non-delivery reports, that you get, the bounce reports that you get after sending an email. Those bounce reports will have an error code in it. Every single email ID will have a code in it. Open the email ID, open the email, check the codes, and it will give you a fair idea about why your emails are not going through. So to avoid all that hassle, we've clubbed everything into a single platform so that we can control it and we can give you a better experience. This is like iPhone, right? You build your hardware and you build your software, and that's what basically gives you the best experience, right? The moment you put both of them together, the experience goes down. And hence we try to coach our sales guys. We try to explain it to our customers, that don't do it from outside, do it from here. We have the control over it. If something goes wrong, we can come and help you. We are there to help you in either of the scenario. So do it from here, and you'll get far better results. And Cloudera also supports anti-spamming. So a lot of your emails will not much land in spam, but it'll actually land in inboxes. So you'll get much higher open rates that way. And of course, you don't get the reports and everything in your mail merge and all of those solutions anyways. So do it from Cloudera. It will give you far better results.
Wow. Okay, now, okay, that's really, I'll do that. Now I know much more because I was doing some tests and like I couldn't figure it out. But now that you talk to me, then wow, this is much better than I thought it is. So yeah, hi everyone. By the way, I've already sent out the link for you to fill up if you want to join our giveaway. It's somewhere. It's pinned on our Facebook group. Let me check in YouTube. Let me also pin that on YouTube. Okay. Then now let's start talking about the roadmap.
Yeah, so we'll be publishing it soon, actually. But just to give a few highlights of what we are currently working on. So the reason why we actually had a roadmap before we went on Absumo, okay, and we had to remove it because there were so many different suggestions coming in. So we had to relook at the whole roadmap thing. and now me and my CTO are having a fight every single day, because I just insert something new that somebody has asked for, and then he gets extremely upset about it. So what we are currently working on are two very very important things. One is analytics part of it. So we are actually bringing a full-fledged email and calling analytics in it. So it will actually give you a complete custom analytics like a Power BI solution, which nobody else has in the world right now. Even Zoom4 doesn't have it. So you can actually drag and drop and create your own graphs. It will give you roughly about 180 different points on which you can generate a lot of intelligence on what is happening with your email campaigns right now, and learn from it. And we will be giving you some of those as a default graph as well, and then you can customize on top of that. So there are a lot of things that we're adding on top of that. And then another thing that we're working on is chat gpt integration, so OpenAI integration essentially. So chat gpt can also help you write cold emails, but the cold
Mm-hmm.
emails are not very good because it's not trained to write that specifically. But we today have roughly about 30 million emails with us, which have been opened by people, replied by people, clicked on it, and so on. So we're actually training OpenAI with 30 million emails that we have in our system right now, and training it to write emails which are very very specific to a person based on his profile, location, language, and everything else. And that actually will give you a very very personalized email written for every single contact that you're sending an email to. So these two main things we are working on right now, and apart from that, a lot of other smaller features, of course, which will keep on coming in anyways every week.
Wow, it's really, really good. But anyway, when you are okay, when you launch your roadmap, please share it with me so I can share in our group. That would be great. Okay, so there's a question here from VJ. Is Sales Navigator necessary when you use Clodura?
Absolutely not. If you want, I'll give you my bank account. Please transfer me $80 per month. You
$80
don't
per
need
month.
that, man. You don't need that. Absolutely not. I mean, okay, I'm being very very biased on Sales Navigator, but seriously, I don't know what value it adds to anybody's process. Really, I have no idea what value it adds to anybody's process. It's other than the peace of mind that you're able to search on LinkedIn and find every contact. It's giving you nothing else. So I
Okay.
really will say you don't need Sales Navigator at all.
Okay, but VJ, what you can do is if you have Clodura, install the Chrome extension, and when you do your search, you can export all your search results to Clodura as well, and then you can add them into a cadence or a cold
Correct.
email sequence. Okay. Wow, I'm learning this already. Good. Okay, so I believe that's all the questions we have for now. Okay, let's see.
I'm seeing some folks that I already know. That's very interesting.
Right. Well, they want to watch you. Okay. Okay, I don't think I've missed any questions, so everything is good. So thanks again,
Hey,
everyone, for joining us tonight. So what I'll do now is I'll collect the names for those that filled up the form. This is the last call. I am not going to wait for people anymore. Okay, let me just download it, and we will do the wheel of names, and then let's see.
and we also have a giveaway to
So
give, right, at the end.
yes, we have a giveaway of 3 tier 1 codes. Okay, let me just get it now. So we have a total of 28 responses. Let's see. View, download. Okay, just give
If
me a
anyone
minute.
has questions, I can answer in parallel till
Right.
then.
Okay, are there any, oh, okay, actually there's a question that I missed. How many emails can I add inside Clodura, like user IDs?
One email per account.
One email per account. So even if I have a tier 5 account, I can only add one email.
Yes, yes. You can only add one email per account.
Okay. So then it makes more sense to get like for okay, say if I have five salespeople in the company, instead of sharing one account with five codes, I'll get one code for each of my salesperson. Then is
Yes,
that's the right way
absolutely.
to
So
do
yeah,
that, right?
and you can create a team also. So if you have five codes, then you can just add five seats under you, and all of them can have their own individual accounts, and they all can configure their own email IDs and then run the campaigns from there.
But how can I add? So I can add teams. I'm a bit confused
Yeah,
now.
absolutely. It supports teams. So if you have codes, if you add your codes, it will automatically give you licenses where you can create another person under you, and you become
Mhm.
automatically the admin where you can monitor your entire team's performance and everything else, and do it
Okay,
like that.
so where is the team function? Only for the what tier one, or I'm a bit confused.
Tier
Okay.
three onwards. So if you have three codes, then you can add. So not for two, but if you have three, then you can add.
Okay, so tier three onwards, you can start adding people in your team,
Yes,
right? And how many people can I add in that team?
one per code.
So one per code. So for example, I have a team of five salespeople, and I am the one leading them. So I would need three codes for myself. Sorry, two codes plus one for the first one, plus another four. That's total seven codes that I would need. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct. If you have six people team and
Okay.
you, if you're seven people, then seven codes.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right. So I'm getting ready here for the giveaway. We have a total of 28 entries. So thanks so much, guys, for being with us tonight. And I'll share my screen. And let's
Wow,
add
you made
this
it very
one.
interesting.
Why?
This is really
Yeah.
nice.
But what is really nice? Okay, so two, but first we'll share the outgoing. Okay, okay, let's go back to the email sharing, okay, before we start this. So one code is equal to one email account. Yes. The next question is, but that person will share the outgoing email. Yes. So two codes equal one user. So three single codes is better to get. Yes, definitely. Three single codes, then you can start adding one person in your team. So if
Correct.
you have another person, then get four codes, then there are total three. So basically, the number of salespeople that you have plus one is what you need
Yes, technically yes. For
in,
yourself.
in terms of code stacking. Yeah, but
Yes.
I just want to simplify it. I cannot be too complicated or else. Okay, so let's start calling out everyone. I have here Alberto. If I don't call, if you're not here, sorry, you're too late to submit in the form. Okay, so I have here Alberto, Ankit, Atlee, Bijoy, Ryan, Charles, Hafiza, HM, Indepreet, JD, Joginder, Kevin, Leo, Mamta, Martin, MG Rana, Mizanur, Niru, Peter, Punam, Rahul, Renee, Simran, Somashikar, Somya, Trevor, Vijay, and Evans. Okay, so those are the entries we have. And thanks so much again for watching us tonight. Now I'm going to shuffle these, and I'm going to draw three names. And when I call you, please say that you are present. Thank you. Our first winner is Hafiza. Hafiza, are you there? Let me remove the. Okay, let's do the next one.
Yo,
Hey,
Charles,
Charles! Did he win
congrats.
already?
I know I'm already, yeah.
Ah, you know him already. Okay, that's good. So we have Charles. Is Hafiza here? Okay. Before we do the next one, let's go with another question here. So Eve has a question. So the one email thing means one email sending account. So it may not be good to send more than 100 emails from one sending email per day. You'll burn your IP domain name. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, 100 is 100 is too less. I mean, my team sends about 500 a day per person, and that's never been a problem. But you have to be
That was
very
okay.
very
Wow.
conscious about your. Sorry.
500 is okay.
500 is okay, yeah, absolutely. My limit is 2000 per day, but we never go close to that. So we do 500 per day and it's okay. But just make sure that your DMARC is set, your email server is in a healthy condition. Every week, keep on checking the account correctly. All of that, make sure that you're doing it everything. So just to make sure that your email domain is healthy, you're not blacklisted anywhere. So use this site called MX Toolbox, which will give you all of this information. Just check it on a Monday morning every day, and you'll be fine. I don't think you should have an issue.
Okay, that's a great tip. I need to check every Monday MX tool, something like that. Okay,
MX
so the
Toolbox.
next
If you
thing,
want, I will put it
MX
here.
Toolbox, right?
Yes,
I
MX Toolbox.
learned a lot of things for the past few months since I started this journey, like interviewing founders, like what is MX Toolbox? Because I'm really non-tech, and then I started to learn all these things. So I'm really grateful for everything I learned. Okay, so the next one, uh, our next winner would be
I think your screen
okay.
is
So
yeah.
it's Charles. So where is Charles now? Charles is not there, but Hafiza is here. Okay, Charles is also here. Okay, so the last winner, the last one. Good luck, everyone. Okay, there you go, Poonam. Is Poonam around?
Congratulations, Puna.
Okay, congratulations, Poonam. But I'm waiting for Poonam because there's a buffer. And where is she? Okay, let me look at here. Sorry, you did not win. Next time, let's see. Okay, I couldn't find her at all. Is Poonam around? Okay, I saw her already. Okay, that's all good, all good. So thanks so much, everyone, for joining us live tonight. And thank you, Kapil. I really learned a lot. And now that I know how to use Clodura much better, okay, I tell you, I'm going to use this a lot because I do a lot of high ticket prospecting.
Absolutely,
Oh,
and do reach out to us if you need anything. Okay, we are not like the general LTD company, who's only there to sell the codes and not there to support. We do enterprise also. We do small medium companies also. So we know the importance of support. So please reach out to us if you have any requirements. Any if you get stuck here, if you get stuck on any single page at any single query, do reach out to chat, do reach out to support, send an email. You have my contact details as well, and we will do our best to help you out in every single situation.
okay. Oh, one more thing. We discussed earlier that you want to give a 50% discount for those who want to opt for subscription, right? Instead of
Yes,
spending
we
it
have
on sales
actually
nav.
two more offers going on right now. We will actually offer 50% discount on our monthly plans for next 3 days for all the attendees here. So if you want to upgrade to our monthly plans, you will get 50% off for 3 months if you use the coupon code, which we'll be sharing it very soon. And we also have another offer going on where if you give us a review on G2, then you get 2500 credits, one time credits added to your account as well. So both of these offers are right now going on, so please avail them and let us know, at least give us a feedback, so that we learn from what you feel like. And we are giving 2500 extra credits to every single one who's giving a single review everywhere. So please do give it to us on G2 so that we can learn from that as well. And we have the monthly upgrade offer as well.
Okay, and for the links, what is this? The links for G2, Capterra, or where you can review Clodura, please check out the description of the video. It's all in there. And where you can buy Clodura is also in there. So, okay, so that's it. That's it. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much,
And
everyone. For
any
wonderful having you around.
thank you so much.
Thanks,
And
Alan.
thanks, Kapil. This is such a lovely discussion. I learned a lot. Thank you and
Thank
good
you so
night.
much.
And see
It
you
was my
again next
pleasure.
time.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Yes, absolutely.
bye.
Bye. Bye.